What happens when the camp looks ordered on the outside, but something unclean is hiding on the inside? Numbers 5 answers that question with three commands: purify the camp, make restitution for wrongs, and protect the integrity of the household. The Creator is not content with external order, He requires internal holiness because He lives in the midst of His people. Stay with me through this whole study because at the end I'll leave you with a life sax meditation as we let the weight of holy standards settle into our spirits. Let's go. Welcome to AsahxMusic Torah Studio, where we worship with sax and walk in Torah. We have spent 4 chapters organizing the camp, counting the people, assigning positions, commissioning the Levites. Now in Numbers 5, the Creator addresses what cannot be organized away: uncleanness, injustice, broken trust. 3 separate laws, one central reason: I dwell in their midst. If you have ever wondered why the Creator cares so deeply about what goes on inside a community, not just its structure, but its integrity, Numbers 5 will give you a clear and certain answer. Walk through it with me. Open with me to Numbers chapter 5, begin at verse 1. Numbers 5, verse 1. And the Creator spoke to Moshe, saying, command the children of Israel to send out the camp every leper and everyone who has a discharge and whoever becomes defiled for being. Send out both male and female, send them outside the camp, so that they do not defile their camps in the midst of which I dwell. And the children of Israel did so, to send them outside the camp, as the Creator had spoken to Moshe. So the children of Israel did. And the Creator spoke to Moshe, saying, speak to the children of Israel when a man or a woman commits any sin that men commit in trespass against the Creator, and that being is guilty, then they shall confess their sin which they have done, and he shall restore his guilt in his principal plus 1/5 of it, and give it to whom he has been guilty. But if the man who has no relative to restore the guilt, to the guilt which he is restored goes to the Creator, for the priest, in addition to the ram of the atonement with which atonement is made for him. And every contribution of all that set apart gifts of the children of Israel, which they bring to the priest, become his. And every man's set apart gifts become his. Whatever any man gives the priest becomes his. So we're speaking about purity in the camp and restitution for wrongs. The Creator commands Moshe to put out of the camp everyone with Zaharat, which is a severe skin disease condition, everyone with a bodily discharge, and everyone defiled by contact with the dead. The reason is stated plainly in verse 3, that they may not defile their camp in the midst of which I dwell, both male and female, no exceptions. They are sent outside until they are clean. Verses 5 to 10 shift to a second law, restitution. If any person, man or woman, commits any sin against any another person, thereby breaking faith with the Creator, they must confess the sin, make full restitution, and add 1/5 to it, and give it to the one they wronged. If that person has no relative to receive the restitution, it goes to the priest. Every gift, every holy contribution the children of Israel bring to the priest shall be his. So the thing is, you cannot have a holy camp with unaddressed sin. You cannot have a holy camp without addressing sin. Numbers 5 opens with the Creator requiring 2 things simultaneously: remove visible uncleanness from the camp, and make restitution for hidden wrongs. And these are wrongs done to others. The first is external and observable. The second is internal and relational. Both must be dealt with for the camp to be genuinely holy. Imagine you're in the camp of Israel, freshly organized, every tribe in position, every Levite at their post, with the tabernacle gleaming at the center. From the outside, it looks like a wholly ordered community, but inside one tent, a man has defrauded his neighbor and never made it right. Inside another, someone carries uncleanness that could spread throughout the whole camp. The Creator sees both. The visible order of chapters 1 to 4 means nothing if the interior life of the community is corrupt. The camp's holiness is only as real as what happens inside the tents. We build beautiful structures, organized ministries, polished presentations, ordered systems, and then wonder why the presence feels distant. Numbers 5 answers. The Creator lives in the camp and he is not satisfied with external order alone. He requires that wrongs between people be named, confessed, and repaid. He requires that what defiles the community be identified and addressed. Internal integrity is not optional when the Creator is in your midst. And there's a deeper meaning. The addition of 1/5 to the restitution is significant. It is not enough to simply return what was taken. You must add 20%. This says that restoration is more than returning to zero. The wronged party must be left better off than the zero-sum repayment would produce. The Creator builds generosity in the law of restitution. Making things right means making them more than right. Numbers 5 opens with 2 commands: remove uncleanness from the camp and make restitution for wrongs, plus a 5th. Why? Because the Creator lives in the midst of his people, he is not satisfied with external order if the interior is corrupt. Now let's walk through the most unusual and searching law in this chapter, which is verses 11 through to 22. And the Creator spoke to Moses, saying, speak to the children of Israel and say to them, when any man's wife turns aside and has committed a trespass against him, and a man has intercourse with her, and it is hidden from the eyes of her husband, and it is conceived that she has defiled herself, and there was no witness against her, nor was she caught, and a spirit of jealousy comes upon him, and he becomes jealous of his wife who has defiled herself. Or a spirit of jealousy comes upon him, and he becomes jealous of his wife, although she has not defiled herself. Then the man shall bring his wife to the priest, and he shall bring the offering for her 1/10 of an ephah of barley flour. He is not to pour oil on it or put frankincense on it, because it is a grain offering of jealousy, an offering for remembering, for bringing crookedness to remembrance. And the priest shall bring her near and shall make her stand before the Creator. The priest shall take set apart water in an earthen vessel, and take some of the dust that is on the floor of the dwelling place and put it into the water. And the priest shall make the woman stand before the Creator, and shall uncover the woman's head, and put the offering for remembering in her hands, which is the grain offering of jealousy, while the priest holds in his hand the bitter water that brings a curse. And the priest shall make her swear and say to the woman, if no man has lain with you, and if you have not turned aside to uncleanness under your husband's authority, be free from this bitter water that brings a curse. But if you have turned aside under your husband's authority, and you have defiled yourself, and some man other than your husband has lain with you, then the priest shall make the woman swear with the oath of the curse, and he shall say to the woman, the Creator makes you a curse and an oath among your people, when the Creator makes your thigh waste away and your belly swell. And that this woman and this water that causes the curse shall go into your inward parts, and make your belly swell and your thigh waste away. And the woman shall say, Amen, Amen. Sounds quite scary. A hidden matter. The Creator addresses a situation where a husband suspects his wife of unfaithfulness, but there are no witnesses and the matter is hidden. It cannot be resolved by human testimony alone. The procedure: the husband brings his wife to the priest. The priest takes holy water in a clay vessel and mixes it into the dust from the floor of the tabernacle. He uncovers the woman's head and places the grain offering of jealousy in her hands. He then writes the words of the curse on a scroll and washes them into bitter water, so that the water now carries the written words. The woman declares, Amen, Amen. She drinks the water. If she's guilty, the water brings a bitter curse and physical suffering. If she's innocent, nothing happens. She's cleared, and she'll be able to bear children. The Creator himself adjudicates the case, not human court. No human court can resolve. So you're going to have a situation when only the Creator can judge. The procedure addresses what no human court can settle: a hidden matter between two people where there are no witnesses and truth is inaccessible. The Creator steps in as the judge. The water itself becomes the verdict. Guilt brings suffering. Innocence brings blessing. The Creator does not leave unresolvable injustice without a path to truth. Imagine a woman in Israel falsely suspected by her husband. No witness exists. In any human court, suspicion without evidence is a dead end. She could spend the rest of her life under a cloud of doubt with no way to clear her name. So the procedure gives her a path. She stands before the Creator and drinks the water. If innocent, she walks out publicly vindicated. The Creator himself has declared her clean. No human authority, no gossip, no lingering accusation can stand against that verdict. There are situations in life where human courts cannot reach, where truth is hidden, where accusations cannot be proven or disproven, where justice feels inaccessible. Numbers 5 declares that the Creator is the ultimate judge of hidden matters. He sees that no witness observed, he adjudicates what no court can resolve. When you are falsely accused in a matter that no human can settle, bring it before the Creator. He is the judge of hidden things, and his verdicts are final. The dust from the tabernacle floor mixed into the water is striking. The most mundane material in the most sacred space, the dirt beneath the Creator's dwelling, becomes part of the divine verdict. This says that the Creator's justice operates through ordinary and sacred together. His judgment is not remote or abstract. It is as close as the dust of his own dwelling place. When no human court could resolve the matter, the Creator stepped in as the judge. Numbers 5 shows that hidden things are never hidden from the Holy One. He adjudicates what no witness can testify to. We'll read the closing moment of this procedure and the chapter's concluding statements in verses 23 through to 31. The priest writes the words of curse, washes them into the bitter water, and gives the woman the green offering. She drinks the water. If she has defiled herself, the curse works in her body. If she's pure, she is free, and she will conceive children. Verse 29. This is the law of jealousy. When a wife goes astray and defiles herself while under her husband, or when the spirit of jealousy comes over a man and he is jealous of his wife, then he shall set the woman before the Creator, and the priest shall execute all of this law upon her. The man shall be free from iniquity, but the woman shall bear her iniquity. So we see an affirmation of the Creator's law. It reaches into the most intimate and unwitnessed corners of communal life: the home, the marriage, the hidden act, the suspected wrong. Holiness required for the camp is not only about what happens at the tabernacle, it extends all the way into the interior life of every household. The entire camp of Israel, 600,000 men plus their families, functions as one community in the Creator's presence. If the tabernacle is holy, but the households are corrupt, the camp is not holy. Numbers 5 reaches from the outer boundary of the camp all the way into the bedroom. Creator's holiness standard is not tiered. There is no zone of private life where his standards do not apply. The same presence that requires purity at the entrance to the tent of meeting requires integrity in the marriage tent. We often compartmentalize, performing holiness in public while tolerating corruption in private. Numbers 5 refuses that division entirely. The Creator who dwells in your midst is present in every corner of your life. What happens in your business dealings, your household, your private relationships, He sees all of it. The invitation is not to fear, but to align. Let the same standard that governs your public worship govern your private life. The camp is only as holy as every tent within it. The law is not primarily about suspicion or punishment, it is about the Creator's offer to resolve the unresolvable. He provides a path through the most painful and hidden relational ruptures. His law doesn't abandon the community to fester in unresolved accusation and broken trust. He inserts himself into the middle of the hardest human situations and provides a way to truth. That is the Creator's character through Numbers 5. Not a distant lawgiver, but an intimate presence, insisting on genuine interior holiness in every part of community he inhabits. Numbers 5 reaches from the outer boundary of the camp into the innermost tent. The Creator who requires holiness at the tabernacle requires the same holiness in your household. The camp is only as holy as every tent within it. Numbers 5 is the Creator protecting the interior life of a community that is organized on the outside. We saw that uncleanness must be removed from the camp, not because the unclean are rejected, but because the Creator lives in the midst and His holiness demands a clean environment. We saw that wrongs between people must be confessed and repaid, with a full fifth added, because restitution is more returning to zero. And we saw procedure, Creator stepping in as the judge of hidden matters that no human court can resolve. This week, ask yourself, is the interior of my camp matching the exterior? Are there wrongs I have not yet confessed and repaid? Are there accusations or suspicions I need to bring before the Creator rather than trying to resolve them by human means alone? Thank you for walking through Numbers 5 with me. If this Torah studio study blessed you, like it, share it, and subscribe so you don't miss a single chapter. And now, as promised, here's a live saxophone meditation. Let the sound carry the weight of genuine interior holiness, not the performance of it, but the reality of it, into every corner of your camp. Shalom.